Hey guys, what's going on? Paul Scott here. Welcome. Sorry this live is a little bit late today. I mismanaged my time and got a little bit behind schedule, but I'm absolutely committed to bringing you guys a live video, bringing you some value every single day. So these videos will be happening no matter what, even if the time's a little bit off. All right, but it's funny that it happened to be today that I got behind schedule because today's topic it's all about excuses. So it's kind of funny. What is an excuse? It's a justification for doing or not doing something. Actually, the dictionary defines it as a release of obligation or duty, and and we've really kind of bought into that definition. We've bought into that definition that because we have an excuse, it completely releases us from any obligation. It's completely not our faults just because we have an excuse. So those excuses kind of become the reason behind why we did or didn't do something. And when you accept these excuses as being the reason, being the factor that stopped you from doing or not doing something, then you kind of put yourself in that victim role. Everything happens to you, and there are four factors that are always consistent with a victim, right? First one is that bad things happen to them. The second one is that bad things happen often. The third one is that they're always involved, right? Any bad thing going on, it always directly affects them. It's always something going on in their lives. And obviously the fourth one is that it's always someone or something else's fault. It's never their fault. There's always an excuse behind why things that are happening in their life are happening. And it's such a lack mindset, because when you constantly blame your results on other factors, then you completely lose all control over your life, right? If nothing is ever your fault, then there's nothing you can ever do about it, right? So in order for us to be able to move forward, in order for us to start accomplishing our goals and knocking out these tasks and doing the things that we need to do, we need to have a paradigm shift. This is something Bob Proctor talks about all the time. So what is a paradigm shift? Well, it's a shift of your conscious and subconscious mind that together creates a change in your reality. It creates a change in your situation because of that different mindset, that different way of thinking. So the first thing that I want to attack to kind of help you guys begin on this journey to a paradigm shift is a lesson from Grant Cardone, because that's where most of this lesson is coming from. An amazing book he wrote is the 10X Rule. Highly recommend it. There's some amazing information in there, but that's where a lot of this stuff is coming from. But I wanted to attack the myth that excuses are the reason of why you did or didn't do something. So let me give you guys a story. If I show up late to a meeting, right, and then I walk in and say, "Oh, so I am so sorry I'm late. The traffic was absolutely crazy. There's no way I could have gotten here on time. My bad." I apologize, and the excuse is the traffic is what made me late. In reality, the traffic is not the reason that I'm late. See, the reason that I'm late is that I didn't leave my house in time. I didn't leave my house earlier to account for the traffic so that I could show up to the meeting on time. So the reason that I gave, my excuse, was the traffic. However, the traffic is not what actually caused me to be late for the meeting. It was the fact that I mismanaged my time and I didn't leave soon enough. That was the reason. So when we accept the myth that excuses are the reason of why we did or didn't do something, we stop searching for solutions because we become the victim. It's always out of our hands. But when we have that paradigm shift and we realize that excuses are not the reason, so we need to do a little bit more research. We need to seek further counsel and find out what is the real reason behind why this did or didn't happen. What was the real reason behind why I did or didn't do this, and so that we can correct it. Now I want to go over some common excuses. Let me get a 333 in the chat or in the comments if you have ever used one of these yourself or had someone tell this to you. All right. Now there should be a tons and tons and tons of threes, unless I have a bunch of liars on this live. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, if so, pay attention. All right. I'm serious. Let me get some threes if you've ever used this yourself, or if you've ever heard anyone say these excuses. All right. Common one, right? I don't have the money. Right? I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I have kids. I don't have kids. It's all my manager's fault. My manager is horrible. My coworkers suck. My coworkers are lazy. I don't like to read. I don't have the time to do anything. Let's see, what's another one? I made a list, and this is also in the book, so give me a minute. It's all the customer's fault, right? The customers won't call me back. My teammates won't do work, right? My teammates won't hop on these calls, and my teammates aren't prospecting and selling the product and doing the things that they're supposed to do. Everyone around me is lazy. Everyone around me is negative. There's too much traffic, right? And that's enough of that. There are tons and tons and tons of excuses out there. But let me get some threes in the chat if you've ever used one of these or heard someone use one of these. And the reason I'm going over this list is because I want you guys to realize and identify some of the excuses that you've been using, some of the excuses in your life, so that you can find out the real reason behind why you are where you are and why you're not further and why you haven't accomplished your goals or the things that you set out to do just quite yet. Because when you realize the real reason, you can then start to attack it and correct it. So, the reason for the excuses, right? What is an excuse? It's a revision of the facts to make yourself feel better about what you did or didn't do. Stop trying to make yourself feel better and figure out what you can change, what changes you can make in order to reach your goals, what changes you can make in order to get to where you want to be. So, that's really all I got for you guys today. I hope you got some value. Let me get a 777 in the chat if you got some value. If you catch this video on the replay, let me get a hashtag replay. And as always, make sure that you like and share if you got any value, because again, sharing is caring, right? If you got something from this, I'm sure the people that you're connected with could also get some value. So with that being said, I appreciate all your guys' time. Everybody have an amazing Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Peace.